Come on. Fuck it. Well, this is first of a couple vlogs, see how this goes. I mean, maybe I'll make some money out of it, maybe not. But I guess in the next video I'll make a history lesson about my bike, how I ended up getting it. But I'm not like most of them. I'm not gonna run around doing wheelies and shit. That's just not who I am. And I'm not gonna tell you I'm an expert rider or nothing. I have a lot to learn, but everything works out, y'all can be there along the way. But I currently live in Weatherford. I'm headed home right now from work. I'm not going to show you where I work or where I live. I cut it out a little bit before. But I'm not going to edit any of my videos. I just pre-watch them 2-3 times, make sure I don't say anything exposing where I live or where I work or any big details about me. But I'm not big on group rides. I like to ride with people individually before I do a group ride with them. But yeah, I got 2 buddies that both have Harleys and they want to ride with me, but I won't ride with them because I don't know how they ride. And they want to ride with me together. But I'm not one for, well, I do speed. But you won't catch me doing triple digits and shit just for the fun of it. But I do curse a lot. I'm working on it. I am 24, live in Weatherford. Headed home to my beautiful girlfriend and my beautiful blue Heeler. I'm not even going the speed limit. But if you're ever out in Weatherford, Weatherford Lake is a beautiful place to ride. If you're coming up 730 like I am, be careful because right up here people like pulling out in front of you and they don't give a shit. But if you're loud enough, they don't even bother pulling out. They know you're definitely going to be faster than them. I mean, I got multiple vehicles, every one of them's loud. The only one that's not is my girlfriend's, which that's going to change. But we're looking at moving soon, further north, like really far north. Not quite sure if it's how it's gonna go yet, but if I have at least 1,000 followers by the time we do that, which is probably gonna be in 6 months or so, I'll make a little montage of it, kind of like the way Grummy Bear did his with his girlfriend. He did little snippets along the way and then them there. He's a little more open than I am, but I'm kind of new to this. I'm always kind of a skeptic. I don't like giving people my address or my phone number or anything like that. But I will end up putting an email in the bottom, so if y'all want to ride with me, I'll meet up with you. We'll ride one-on-one and go from there. Eventually, I'd like to get to a giant group ride. I just don't like riding with people that run from the cops. That poses too many issues. I mean, I'm on a crotch rocket, so if I get pulled over, I'm most likely getting out of a ticket just because I pulled over. Which most people just run. Which, I mean, go for it. I just don't like riding with people like that. And I don't like riding with people that are going to fly around cars doing triple digits, 150 down the highway. I like cruising. Sure, I'll speed 10, 20 over, but I'm not going to do anything that risks my life. Every now and then I will if it's important, but I like riding. And it did rain out here today, so there's a nice little chill in the air. I was hoping it'd be all dried out. Apparently there's still some wet spots. I don't know if y'all can see it in the video. Ignore the deer. Beautiful view. But it's always a nice ride. Weatherford Lake's on the right there. East Lake Drive. And this is going to be a semi-short video for my first one. I may trim it a little, but I'm not going to actually edit it. I'm not going to change the audio. You're literally going to get exactly how my setup's set up. And it's nothing special. It's just GoPro Hero 3 with some cheap-ass mic. A cheap mic. But I picked up 2 GoPros for GoPro Hero 3s plus silver. I don't know if that matters, but I don't know much about GoPros. I know that the 3 is not the newest one right now. I think the 10 is. But picked 2 up for $100 from some guy on OfferUp, I think. Ooh, blinker was still on. Weatherford's a nice area to live and to ride, but I got family up north, so I got family down here too, but my family up there I haven't seen in a while, so I kind of want to change the scenery. But I'm a mechanic. There's a lot of stuff I know how to do, a lot of stuff I don't. So I actually work at a mechanic shop here in Weatherford. Not going to drop a name, but great place. I've worked at an off-road shop, then I went to a hardware store, and then I went to a dealership. I worked at the dealership for about 5 years. I got a way better job offer, making $500 more than what I was making. I wasn't even making $500. So took that offer. So I was working in Mansfield, for anyone that knows Texas. Mansfield to Weatherford every day. And in the process I bought this. My boss had it. It was stolen. I'll explain the story in the next video. I'll probably post the next video in like a week. But I will definitely make a point to talk about the history of the bike. So I worked in Mansfield, Rendon area for a while. Probably 6-8 months, maybe almost a year. After that, I went back to the off-road shop I originally worked at, and apparently, like, they moved up, like they got a nicer facility, everything, but the boss was still not fun to be around, and he worked in the shop with us. So I made a phone call. I already had this job lined up. I just had to make a call, from what I've been told. It's a friend's father-in-law's company. I didn't tell him who I was. I just called him and told him that I was looking for a job. So they had no clue who I was. Called them up, and they said they were about to call back a kid that had no experience. And I told them, well, I'm not telling you I got the experience you're looking for, but I do have experience. They're like, okay, what do you have experience with? Well, I worked on Fords for 5 years and then off-road Jeeps. That's what I'm doing right now. They're like, okay, when can you come in for an interview? I'm like, I'll find a day. Met it up there, did the interview, and then I left the off-road shop, went to this place. I've been here since. It's only been like a little over a month. So I've kind of traveled around a lot lately between jobs. But for a mechanic, it's not hard to find work. Finding somewhere you want to work is the hard part. I would not recommend a dealership. If you're just trying to dip your feet in, start with a dealer. They're most likely going to make you my dealer called it a porter. So basically you would park cars, but it's not hard. I mean, you drive everything from little, what was the smallest? Probably can't remember the name of it. It's not the Focus, it's slightly smaller than the Focus. Something weird, but I'll remember it later. But from that all the way up to like F650s and RVs, and a lot of dealers turn away RVs, tell them take it a rush. Give me a second, my music's loud. But the dealer's not a bad place. I mean, I got a buddy that's been working at a dealer for 2-3 years, and he absolutely loves it. I don't like that. I like mom and pop shops, and it's not anything about pay or anything like that. It's just I feel more comfortable at a mom and pop shop than a big corporation, and that's just the way I am. A lot of people like corporations. I like mom and pops. I mean, the hardware store I worked at, it's one of two. It used to be, I don't know if it qualified as a corporation, but either way, all of them went under but two. The one in Weatherford and the one in Kerrville. It's called Gibson's Discount Center. Great place, amazing place to work. Everyone there is nice. They literally have just about everything you'll ever need. Like, they stock food, clothes, guns, yard care, hunting supplies. I mean, they even have salt licks, which, I mean, a lot of places don't have salt lick, but they can get unique ammo. Like, there's not many places that can pick up 50 Baywool. So, I mean, it doesn't take much. But beautiful drive home. I'm probably gonna cut it out right after the big turn going up the hill. That's probably gonna be my routine for a little while till I get some followers, and then I'm gonna start branching out, doing other rides, going different places. I typically just ride to work and home. Every now and then I'll go for a ride, but I've been wanting to ride around Weatherford Lake because I haven't done that in a couple years. I live out here, but I've been working out of the city, so like Mansfield, and then it was Granbury. This is probably the closest I've ever been to work, other than when I was at the hardware store. It's probably about the same. When I was at the hardware store, I lived on Tin Top Road. So I used to drive from basically Cody's, which is a gas station over by the Brazos, down to Gibson's Discount Center while I was in school. But I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I think I might have been off Fridays because I was football when I started there. I dropped out because the coach was not fun to be around either. I have a lot of problems with people. I don't like being around people. It's different if it's optional, but being forced to be around a coach that didn't respect his own players and always said that it was our fault we never went to state. I didn't want to be around that. I don't like being surrounded by people that don't actually care about who they're around. They just care about themselves and what that person can do for them. But anyways, I'll probably post this in a couple days after I look through it a couple times, maybe trim a couple things, trim some cursing out just because I curse a lot, working on it. But I will see y'all in the next video.